Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Jenna X here on Twitter posting this. Ripple Swell Conference is like Tinder for banks? Are you kidding me? Retweeting out Kelly's tweet here, just finished watching the David Schwartz on Untold Stories with Charlie Shrem. Funny clip about the Swell Conference not being Tinder for banks. But I mean, well, kind of is. I get it.
Yeah, there's over 300 financial institutions in various stages of deployment, and that's where you. And I think I'll give you another interesting statistic.
Show the extent of going from proof of concept to now you have a robust, ecosystem of banks and financial institutions. That was the purpose.
Right. And one of the key pivots on that for us was Swell. So if your listeners don't know what Swell is like a conference that Ripple started to allow our customers to kind of talk to each other and potential customers. And one of the key pivots for Swell was when we realized that we had customers who were on our network who just weren't exchanging, who just didn't know that they were there. So there might be some customer who had some capability to clear funds in some place. And there was another customer who just didn't know that that was available on the network. And so we started sort of matchmaking between our customers. I'm not allowed to call it Tinder for banks, so I won't do that. But the basic idea of what...
I remember hearing about this and I'm like, wait, a crypto company is running a banking conference? What?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It's great. It's awesome. I mean, like just that, it shows where we are today.
I think the joke kind of went over Charlie's head. Nevertheless, Tinder for banks, kind of perfect. And, David Schwartz, of course, not calling it that. Pretty funny, a good one here. And Kelly does post the full interview here if you guys are interested in the Untold Stories Charlie Shrem podcast. Now, when it comes to banks and the banking system, we know that's all transforming. And, Eastern countries like China are leading the trend. I mean, all the BRICS nations really are kind of making moves that are changing, the destiny of what the financial system is going to be. And, a lot of that has to do with gold buying. So Mr. Mann posted this, guys, with regards to China, leading the record central bank gold buying in the first 9 months of the year. So these guys are relentlessly buying gold. China has spearheaded record levels of central bank purchases of gold globally in the first 9 months of the year, as country seeks to hedge against inflation and reduce their reliance on the dollar. Central banks have bought 800 tons in the first 9 months of the year, up 14% year on year, according to a report by the World Gold Council and industry group. The voracious rate of buying has helped bullion prices defy surging bond yields and a strong dollar to trade just shy of $2,000 per troy ounce. Surging customer prices and depreciating currencies in many markets has triggered a rush to gold as a store of value, while the yellow metal has also historically been held when global inflation rises. So that's interesting to note. The rush to gold by central banks is also driven by countries' desire to weaken their dependence on the U.S. dollar as the reserve currency after Washington weaponized the greenback in its sanctions against Russia. Well, I feel like it's been weaponized for a lot longer than that. But countries now, like BRICS countries, including China, are saying, no, you know what, we've had enough. Let's buy up gold. And, China's not the only one. Russia has got a lot of gold. India has got a lot of gold. Three of the major players in the BRICS nation countries. So, when we're looking at how things are shifting and how buying power is shifting now from the west to the east, the BRICS nations growing in numbers, growing in power, growing in economy size too. GDP is growing because so many more of those nations are joining the BRICS. This is going to have huge implications on the global economy, on the US dollar in particular, and on precious metal prices. So, this morning I was talking about XRP, and as of the time of this recording, we are now up to 71.5 cents per XRP. So XRP still knocking it out of the park. It did just hit a high, guys, of 71.5. But let's just take a look at gold for a second, too, because gold has also been doing quite well. It did rebound. It did come out of this support level back at the beginning of October. Now it's bounced right back up here to almost $2,000 per ounce. So $1,984 per ounce. Countries like China buying it up, and other BRICS nations too. So when we're hearing about, banking conferences, Ripple running a banking conference, these are global banks that are realizing we have to get on board to DLT technology because this is the future. And so companies like Airwallex as well, also making moves. Airwallex launches Australian first yield high returns account. So now businesses can earn returns on their US dollar balances without opening an overseas bank account with a new Australian first account from global finance platform and Ripple partner Airwallex. Airwallex is yields also offer Australian businesses more than double the big banks' return on AUD funds, all without minimal lockup periods or using term deposits. So you're noticing all these stipulations about, oh, you got to lock up your money, you've got to do this, you got to do that. All that, guys, is going out the window because DLT platforms like RippleNet are so efficient at what they do that these companies can say, okay, where we used to make our money on the friction in the past, we don't have to do that anymore. We can still make a lot of money and offer the customer, the end user, a better experience. And this is exactly what companies, in this case, like Airwallex, are doing. So the new Airwallex yield offering allows qualified customers to get all this. So earn on their AUD and USD balances without having to open a foreign bank account. Access market leading rates. So the rates are going to be probably some of the best rates you're going to see over there in Australia. Avoid lockup periods and easily move funds between cash balances and their yield account. And then grow funds in a product that invests through JP Morgan Asset Management, one of the world's most trusted wealth management firms with the highest AAA grade rating from leading rating agencies. So this all coming at a time when, I'm sure the battle is ramping up between, these smaller fintechs. They're all vying for, a larger share of the pie. And those with the better technology, i.e. DLT, i.e. companies that have integrated RippleNet from years ago now, I feel like, in the term of a company that's just starting today, well, they're going to have a leg up from here on out. But you got to think of these companies that have been partnered with Ripple for years, like Airwallex, like Temenos, like, ACI World, and there's so many of them now. Think about it. They have the upper hand, and they have had the upper hand now for several years. So for payments, treasury, and spending management, and now returns through yield, Airwallex will keep expanding into new areas because incumbent banks are letting businesses down. And so this is what the CEO is noticing here. Whether it's our recently released bill pay product that allows businesses or helps businesses automate the tedious process of paying domestic and international invoices, or now yield, Airwallex is continually listening to what businesses need and building products so they can manage their finances more efficiently. So guys, this is what's coming down the pike for Airwallex. Great news there. Also wanted to comment on this new development from VeChain, guys. VeChain is one of those cryptocurrency sneak peek into the $10,000 plus portfolio, one of those ones that I've been trading for a while. It's part of my legacy portfolio, but I've also purchased it for the Patreon, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. If you want to see what my targets are going to be for VeChain and a handful of other cryptocurrencies that I have in this $10,000 plus portfolio, trading targets, all that stuff. I'm also going to be sharing my XRP targets there. Well, guys, VeChain and Venom Brazil have now joined forces for MMA appeal to the digital economy. VeChain recently announced its partnership with Venom Brazil, coinciding with the grand opening of Venom's flagship store in Sao Paulo. The collaboration incorporates VeChain's blockchain NFC and NFT technologies into a brand new product line, paying homage to MMA legends while embracing the future characterized by rapid digitization. So guys, another VeChain exclusive here. Venom Brazil, the renowned sporting apparel company, unveiled a uniquely co-branded collection that seamlessly integrates into VeChain's NFC, NFT, and blockchain technologies. This exciting venture highlights not only the practicality and value of VeChain's technology for global brands, but also underscores the significance of VeChain's global marketing partnership with the UFC. So another huge collaboration there. Fusion of fighting, fashion, and technology. So giving you guys some more details here on how blockchain and NFTs are really going to be changing the game. To be honest with you, this is not one of the more impressive partnerships. However, VeChain has been doing a lot with lots of different partners globally. They're already partnered with BMW, I believe McDonald's, and Walmart in China specifically. But, this is just the tip of the iceberg for some of these types of coins. A great cryptocurrency that, not only will perform, it's one of these double-edged sword cryptos that I love because, on the one hand, it's got the real world utility, which I do like in a lot of cases for, those long-term holds for those cryptocurrencies that I know are going to have value down the road. But I don't want to wait in all cases 10 years or, 5 more years to 10 years, whatever it's going to end up being, to cash out of these cryptos. The other thing is I'm going to cash out of some of my VeChain position in this current bull run. So within the next whatever it ends up being, 12 to 18 months, give or take. So again, another great coin, part of my $10,000 plus portfolio, but also part of my legacy portfolio. As you guys can see, VeChain, still a steal of a deal from its high over here. It's still down about 92.5%. But a great coin here, great project. Wanted to thank Cryptic Poet for posting that. And guys, in and amidst this XRP ramp up, according to Whale Alert, an unknown wallet today transferred a whopping 23.8 million XRP tokens, amounting to over $15.6 million to the Bitstamp exchange. So Whale Alert has noticed some more XRP on the move. According to recent market data, we've seen 23.8 million XRP tokens, amounting to over $15 million move to Bitstamp. Moreover, as reported by CoinGate Media earlier this month, the same wallet made a massive XRP token transfer to centralized exchanges Bitstamp and Bitvavo, transferring over 50 million XRP tokens. As of writing, this wallet has transferred more than 78 million XRP to centralized exchanges. So it's looking as though I'm assuming now, because XRP price is really ramping up, a lot of these exchanges now are they're going to need more XRP to conduct business. So guys, demand is slowly growing and growing and growing. And guys, if you just take a look at what we've been noticing over the last several hours now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours since I've recorded this video, we are seeing XRP prices to new highs, so upwards of nearly 72 cents per coin. And so, I think we're just going to see these types of transfers continue at a rapid pace and probably more frequently, probably at higher amounts, higher denominations, not denominations, but higher amount, you know what I mean? More XRP is going to move to these exchanges and probably more frequently. So wanted to thank Michael Branch just for pointing that out. And here we have some more information about DTI and ISO integration, guys. This coming from the ISO GOAT here on Twitter. The regulation needed to attract institutional liquidity. Now, this is important. I'm going to tell you why in a second. So growing recognition of digital assets as a legitimate asset class within the traditional financial ecosystem. This is something that I think in the banking world they know about. In the regular world with regular people, they don't know about, they don't have to know about, but it is something that savvy investors like you and I have been talking about for years now. So this is enhancing the existing data type currency to support both ISO 4217 or fiat currencies, ISO 24165 for digital assets. But it's the adoption of DTI ISO standards that's expected to foster greater confidence among market participants and attract institutional money, guys. So what was the DTI thing? Let's go back to this. Okay, Digital Token Identifier Registry. This went live back in 2021. With e-trading software nonprofit Digital Token Identifier Foundation. So this company here acting as an exclusive registration authority for the new International Organization for Standards ISO standard for digital token identifiers or DTIs. They announced the DTI registry, which will assign ISO DTI identifiers to digital tokens globally. And it did go live today, July the 1st, 2021. So that gives you guys a sense of what it is. And I just did a quick Google search for XRP DTI, and sure enough, my video comes up #1 on Google from 6 days ago. And I knew I did a video on this, but I was looking for other information on it. Nevertheless, if you guys want to check out my video on this, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner, or I guess you can just type in XRP DTI. You'll find it there too. Basically, it's the token identification. And XRP does have a token identifier. We found some documentation noting that XRP is one of those cryptocurrencies with one of those DTI tags attached to them. So this is going to attract, so back to this then, from the ISO GOAT, this is going to attract institutional investors. Digital asset industry is experiencing rapid growth in this evolving regulatory landscape. He says here that the standard, it enhances identification and regulation of assets. The standardization this development is expected to have a positive impact on the industry, attracting institutional investors. So more on that. As the digital asset market continues to evolve, the adoption of DTI ISO standards is a crucial step towards establishing a robust and regulated ecosystem for digital assets. And so just gives you some more information here just about regulatory compliance. But essentially, guys, just saying, this is the new standard and we should be paying attention to this. If you want to read the full thing, I will link this in the description. And then the ISO GOAT also posts this, which I thought was great. DTI will facilitate price discovery on top of things. So, we have, a spec market run with XRP rallying above 71 cents. But really, guys, this is what's going to get demand up even higher. The purpose of the DTI is to address the demands of exchanges, custodians, financial institutions, etc. And DTIs will bring many benefits to users for this burgeoning asset class, from improving liquidity, allowing for easier identification of counterparties, facilitating price discovery, and improving the operational efficiency of post-trade processing. But guys, they say here price discovery with these identifiers. I do urge you guys to watch this video here. Like I said, I did link it up in the top right-hand corner a few moments ago. But price discovery, guys, in a real-world utility sense, like I say, 71, 72 cents, just the beginning. Not only that, the icing on the cake, courtesy of Chad Steingraber here. Listen closely. They're coming for the public supply. He retweeted out this tweet here from Flip the Chain here on Twitter. Guys, this is Uphold CEO Simon McLaughlin. Listen to what Simon McLaughlin has to say here as regulatory clarity is coming in places like Europe, the UK, Singapore, Dubai. Greater institution adoption is coming. Several banks and the traditional finance world have approached us for our services. And again, remember, Uphold just partnered with Ripple.
There's a slightly different point, which is as regulation is now finally becoming clearer in the UK, Europe in particular, in places like Singapore and Dubai, as the regs become clearer, you're going to get greater enterprise adoption. You're also going to get greater adoption from the traditional finance world. So we've now been approached by several banks who are interested in white labeling our service. Again, they don't want our wallet. They don't want their customers to have to go through KYC twice, but they do want to plug in and access certain of our core services.
So traditional finance looking to plug in and access these services that Uphold and Ripple are now going to be providing. DTI, guys, will bring many benefits to this burgeoning asset class. Not only are they going to improve liquidity, but guys, facilitating price discovery for these cryptocurrencies to demand a high enough price so that they can be utilized in a real world setting. So, I mean, my plan to sell some of my XRP during this bull run, but keeping a portion for that price discovery, I think is the right thing to do. And I'm going to be sharing all that information on my Patreon, patreon.com/workingmoney channel. For only $5 a month, you can follow me, what I'm trading during this bull run. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.